Hello my dear students, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss characteristics of catalyst. So we may discuss all those things, some things in the catalysis. When I am going to explaining what is the characteristic of the catalyst also, I explained. Once again we will discuss these things somewhat deeply. Generally what is the catalyst? We know that one already catalyst. The catalyst is one of the substance. It can increases the speed of reaction, it can involves in the reaction, but it is a chemically inert. Am I right or not? So, in a catalyst, what happenings are actually? So, generally some characteristics we may discuss here. So, first character I am going to discuss. So, that is nothing but it involves temporarily in a chemical reaction. It involves temporarily in a chemical reaction. And next characteristic is nothing but it can provide an alternative path of lower activation energy. Generally, how the rate of reaction is increases? Generally, it is increases by the lowering the activation energy. When activation energy is low, then what happening? Reaction takes place more. So, generally, what happening in this case? Catalysis reactions. The catalyst provide an alternative path of the lower activation energy. And next, for example, if suppose the reaction is reversible reaction. If suppose this is A to B is forming, okay, A is a reactant, B is forming, okay, again B to A also possible. So now this is a reversible reaction. In such type of reversible reactions, okay, the catalyst can extend same as well as forward and backward reactions, okay, at equilibrium. Okay, are you getting my point? So first of all, what happening? Reactant A only is there. Okay, reactant A only there, then it will be converted into B while using any catalyst, is it right or not? So after reaching the equilibrium, at equilibrium, what happening? Catalyst can extend the same rate of reaction, okay, forward as well as backward reaction. Next, it cannot change in a reaction. I explained this thing already. So it involves in the chemical reaction, okay, it can proceed the chemical reaction, accelerates the chemical reaction. But what happening? Chemically, it is inert. After reaction, it can come out as it is. Yes. So that's why it cannot change in a reaction. So these are the very, very important for the CBSE people. Are you getting my point? And IIT JEE people from anywhere, the question will ask. So generally, sir, how much we will take the catalyst in a catalysis reaction? So very, very small quantity of the catalyst is needed. Okay, small quantity of the catalyst is needed to proceed the reaction or accelerate the reaction. Okay, see, in some cases, in some reactions, I am going to talking about the special reactions. In some special reaction, okay, rate of the reaction is depend upon the concentration of catalyst. While increasing the catalyst concentration, immediately rate of reaction or speed of reaction is increases. Okay, in some cases only, not all cases. In the special cases. Now, another thing, before we are going to know about some catalysis reaction, assimilate or not. So adsorption, in the adsorption, okay, so when I am explaining about the, what will tell that when I am explaining about the temperature, okay, so generally initiation energy required, am I right or not? But catalyst does not initiate the reaction. Are you getting my point? Catalyst does not initiate the reaction. Okay, in the energy case, the adsorption, for example, temperature is increasing. Okay, what happening? In a chemical adsorption, especially I am going to talking about the chemical adsorption. Okay, so first it is increased while increasing the temperature. After that it can decreases because first of all we want initiation energy to proceed the reaction, assimilate or not. So it does not initiate the reactions. Okay, which one? Catalyst does not initiate the reaction. Okay, so these are the very, very important characteristics of catalyst. Now next point I am going to discussing about the catalyst only. I want to discuss that one. So that is nothing but the activity and selectivity of the catalyst. What is the activity and selectivity of the catalyst? See, now we'll discuss about that thing. So first I am going to talk about activity. So what is the activity, sir? What is the activity? See, when I am going to talk about the promoters, yes. So the promoters are increasing the activity of catalyst. I told you that thing. Yes, am I right or not? Means activity is nothing but it is a ability. Okay, activity is nothing but it is a ability to increase the rate of reaction or rate of chemical reaction. Increase the rate of chemical reaction. Yes, am I right or not? Are you getting my point? Increase the rate of reaction or rate of chemical reaction. Okay, so is called generally as is called, okay, activity. The activity is nothing but the catalyst is increasing. It is the ability to increase catalyst which is increasing here. Rate of reaction is increasing by the catalyst. So that's why what I am telling here, activity is nothing but it is the ability to increase the rate of chemical reaction. So this is called as a activity. So generally activity of catalyst depends on, okay, this activity depends on, okay, depends on chemical adsorption. Yes. Okay, now I am not going to discuss about the physical adsorption. Especially we are going to discussing about chemical adsorption. It can depends on only chemical adsorption. Are you getting my point? Chemical adsorption depends on. Okay, so this is the very, very important thing. Okay, next, in some reaction, catalyst increases 10 to the power of 10 times rate of reaction. Okay, in some cases or in some reactions, catalyst increases 10 to the power of 10 times of rate of reaction. Okay, rate of reaction. Are you getting my point? So this is the very, very important things. If suppose, in which case, sir? Okay, rate of reaction increasing in the 10 to the power of 10 times. If suppose I am taking the hydrogen gas, okay, I am taking the hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas is treated with oxygen gas. Okay, so this reaction takes place very vigorously. We know that one. This is the vigorous reaction, and what is forming here, sir? Water is forming. You know that one. This is the gas and this is the gas. This is a liquid. Okay, if suppose I am using the platinum as a catalyst in this reaction. What I am using, beta? I am using a catalyst. It is nothing but platinum. While using the platinum as a catalyst, what happening, you know, the explosive reaction takes place. Okay, explosive or violent reaction takes place. Are you getting my point? While using the catalyst, what happening? Explosive reaction takes place. Explosive. Are you getting my point? So means it is the very speed again. Okay, so this is the very, very important. Means it is increased 10 to the power of 10 times rate of reaction. So one of the example I am taking, H2 plus O2, it is giving the 2H2O. Okay, that is a vigorously reaction. So when I am going to taking the platinum as a catalyst, okay, explosive reaction takes place. Okay, so this is the very, very important thing. Next, selectivity. What is the selectivity, sir, actually? Okay, so I am going to talk about the selectivity. So for example, selectivity. Suppose I am taking carbon monoxide. Okay, this carbon monoxide is treating with hydrogen. So hydration. Okay, hydrogenation of hydrogenation of carbon monoxide. So what is the product? We don't know. will tell later. That is depend upon the catalyst. Okay, same I am going to taking same thing again, carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. Okay, see here, what are the products? So in this case I am taking generally, so in one case I am taking the nickel as a catalyst. What I am taking, sir, here? Nickel as a catalyst. In the second case I am taking, okay, that is the nothing but copper as a catalyst, otherwise zinc oxide is a catalyst. So in this case means whether the products are forming in the both reactions same or different, we should know. So what I am telling here simply, in this case, in the first reaction, when I am using the nickel as a catalyst, the main product is methane. What I am telling here, main product is methane, as well as subproduct is water. It is a liquid, it is a gas. Okay, so in the both cases, this is also gas, this is also gas. Here this is also gas, this is also gas. Okay, are you getting my point? In this case, what happening, sir? Here the catalyst is different. In this case, I took the catalyst as a copper, either zinc oxide. Okay, now what is the product, sir? The product is methanol. Okay, what is the product here? In this case, methanol is a product. See, what you observed from this one. So here what is the product? Products are selected by the product which is forming, that is selected by the catalyst. Okay, means the reaction. Okay, here catalyst is directing. Catalyst is directing, okay, chemical reaction to give a particular product. In this case, what happening, sir? The catalyst is directing to give a particular product in a reaction is called as selectivity. Okay, are you getting my point? See, now I am writing here. How can define, sir? We'll define like this: the ability to direct. Okay, which is directing here? Catalyst is directing. Yes, am I right or not? The ability to direct a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction to produce or to give a particular product. Is it right or not? Product or products. See, the ability of a catalyst. I will write some word. Okay, the ability of a catalyst to direct a chemical reaction to give a particular product is called as selectivity. If suppose I will take another example. Okay, so in this example I am taking, see, if suppose HC triple bond CH. What is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? This compound is nothing but the acetylene. S. So I am taking the acetylene. Okay, I am treating. Okay, here I am going to. Okay, same thing. I am doing it is a unsaturated compound. I will do hydrogenation. Okay, I am using here nickel or palladium catalyst. Okay, any one of I am using nickel or palladium, some cases platinum also, either platinum I am using. In the three cases, while using the nickel as a catalyst, or while using the palladium as a catalyst, while using the platinum as a catalyst, it will give ethane. What it is giving, sir? It is giving the ethane. Okay, saturated compound. So here it is selective. Okay, it is selecting the product. It is directing the reaction. Which product it will be gives. What is formed here? Ethane is formed. Okay. So in the case, same reaction I am takes place. Hydrogenation of the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So same acetylene I am taking. See, CH, acetylene. So I am doing the hydrogenation. But I am not taking here nickel or palladium as a catalyst. I am taking the palladium barium sulfate as a catalyst, BaSO4. Then in this case, what is forming, you know, here again unsaturated compound only forming. That is a triple bonded compound is converted into double bonded compound. What is the name of this one? Do you know? Ethylene. Okay, or ethylene. The compound name is what, sir? The compound name is nothing but the ethylene. So this is called as a selectivity. Okay, so generally in some particular cases zeolites are using as a catalyst as a selective reaction. These are called as a shape selective catalysts. Okay, so in a selectivity, zeolite, generally what we are using, sir? Zeolite is using as a selectivity reactions. Okay, generally zeolite is a shape selective catalyst. What is this, sir? Shape selective catalyst. This is the very important for the CBSE students, and one question is asked before that in the JEE also, so we'll discuss that thing, shape selective catalyst. Okay, so what is the shape selective catalyst we will discuss. See, in the 11th standard we are already discussed all those things about the zeolite. What are the zeolites, sir? Zeolites are aluminosilicates. Am I right or not? Zeolites are the aluminosilicates. Yes. Now I am telling here, zeolites are hydrated. Why I am taking hydrated? We wrote the formula H2O lastly. Yes, am I right or not? So that's why hydrated aluminosilicates. The zeolites are hydrated aluminosilicates. See, generally I am writing the formula. What is the formula of zeolites? Okay, general formula I am writing. So the formula is nothing but mx by n, okay, AlO2 x SiO2 y into MH2O. This is the general formula of zeolites. Yes. Why these zeolites are called as a shape selective catalysts? I will tell clearly. So in this case, M, what is the M, sir? M is nothing but, okay, metals like or cations like sodium or potassium, okay, or calcium. Are you getting my point? Okay. So N is nothing but charge on metal. Okay. What is this, sir? Charge on metal or metal ion. Next. M is nothing but number of water molecules. Okay. Number of water molecules. Sir, actually, why we are telling zeolite is a shape selective catalysis? See, what I am telling here, zeolites are the hydrated aluminosilicates I told you. So when I am heating this one, okay, when I am heating the zeolite, not eating, heating, okay. So in such case what happening, these water molecules are come out. They are coming out from this whatever it may be zeolite. Then what happening, sir? Pores are forming. What are forming? Pores are forming on the zeolite. In this pores, small, what I am telling? Small ions or metals. Small ions or metals takes place. So that's why selective means in this case, okay, in this case, how the reaction takes place I will tell. So in the case of here MH2, M moles of water molecules are removed from the aluminosilicates. Yes. So small ions like whatever it may be. Generally zeolite we are used zeolite as a removing of the hardness of water. In the 11th standard we discussed all those things. Am I right or not? Now small ions are occupied the pores. Yes. So actually before going to know about this whatever it may be mechanism, first what is the structure of the zeolite I will say. So zeolite has the 3D structure. Okay. it has 3D structure like a honeycomb. It is like a honeycomb, you know, honeycomb. So see, honeycomb like this structure, 3D structures are there, number of 3D structures. See, in this 3D structure the pores are there. So depend upon the metal M, the size of the pores are depends. That is maybe 240 pm picometers to 760 picometers. Are you getting my point? Now these empty whatever it may be, pores are there. These pores are occupied by the small ions. The size of the ions are also same, up to 240 pm to 760 pm will be there. That is depend upon them. If for example I am taking the sodium aluminosilicate, okay, sodium aluminosilicate S. So it is the particular selective, okay. In the sodium has some particular pores, okay. In that case, the whatever it may be size of the pore having the sodium, okay, like that ions only, okay, occupies the size of pore. Otherwise, no any reaction. So that's why this is called as a shape selective catalyst. Means how it is working I will write. So this question is asked in the JEE. It is a very important. Okay, in the JEE question, the rate of reaction depends upon, okay, shape selective catalysis rate of reaction depends on, 4 options is given. So generally it is depend upon the, okay, pore size. Okay, this is depend upon the what, sir? Pore size. Pore size of catalyst. Okay, pore size of the catalyst. What is depending, sir? Actually, the shape selective catalysis is depend upon pore size of catalyst and as well as size and shape of reactant and product. This is a very important point. Okay, I will write here. Rate of reaction, in this case, rate of reaction depends on pore size of catalyst as well as shape and size of reactant and product. This is the question. यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन बनता है, ये क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी पूछा गया है. ओके, सो रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन ऑफ द शेप सेलेक्टिव as well as shape and size of reactant and product. Okay.